is if I hire the right people, they should know what to do.
Hey, that's easy enough.
Right?
I would agree with that.
That's something everybody's always after, and they figure we hear this all the time, and it's one of the biggest challenges we have with our small business owners is that they're in such a hurry to bring people on. And we've talked about this, I know, ad nauseum, off air, but I know we've brought it up here a couple times on air as well. This whole very, very wise saying of slow to hire and quick to fire.
Great phrase, absolutely.
And most owners of small companies are usually the other way around. They're in a hurry to fill those roles, and so they often don't find the right people, or they figure, hey, if I don't get this person on board right now, it's going to be a problem. And so we have countless examples of where people just bring somebody in. And again, it's like the old phrase we always talk about. People look to try to grow sales. Well, if I just hire the right salesperson, they should know what to do without any direction from me as the owner, or very little direction at all. And that cannot be further from the truth.
I think as business owners, you start out like that. You're hiring somebody with the hopes that they're going to relieve a problem that you haven't necessarily clearly defined, even in your own mind. But as your experience as a business owner grows, you know that there's rarely any quick fixes. Somebody has to train and teach people your company's way of doing things. Somebody isn't going to come sweeping off, into your company and basically know what to do. There has to be a period, and if you hire a good experienced person, they know that they have to assess things for a while, meet people, look at records, talk to the management, gather information. You just have to do that. You have to have that period of training. You just can't hope that somebody's going to come in who's pretty good and tell you what to do. And I think many small business owners really have that frame of mind.
Well, we had a client a couple of years back, and he was maybe 5-6 years into running his company, and a very hard charging guy. And our disc parlance, he's a very hard D, very demanding driving type guy, and had a pretty strong sales background. And so that is often the case. The owner's personality or the owner's way of looking at the world will help shape the culture of the company. And he wanted to bring in a more seasoned guy to help really kind of manage the team and also put some systems in place. So very high level, kind of broad, strokes as far as what he wanted to do, and was very quick to bring this guy in and paid him very, very well.
Oh, yeah.
And
remember that.
And has been complaining about him for the last 15 months about not doing things the way he'd want things to do or what have you. And it was really more an issue of, hey, I figured I'd bring this guy in, he could handle all this stuff. And it's not that simple. It's got to be more collaborative. A big job of the owner of any company is leading people and coaching people.
That's right.
And even if you have the right people, there's still a lot of nuance to any of this stuff. So you gotta be able to direct them. Have a plan, as Jack's saying. Have a plan in mind. We don't have all the answers. Part of what good people help you do is help figure out some of the details for those plans.
That's right. The business owner is frustrated because they don't necessarily have the skill. Let's just pick one out and say sales. However they conjure up in their mind what sales is all about, they aren't good at it. They've convinced themselves. So they're going to hire somebody who has a sales background. And it never seems to work out for a variety. Never is a strong word. Often
Rarely,
doesn't.
right, yeah.
But the owner's job, we through our years have developed a 3-word description of the owner of a small business. And that is to plan, direct, and control.
Make sure you write those 3 words down, because we test all of our clients on that. And usually it takes them about 6 months to get it right, even then. So those 3 words of plan, direct, and control.
In that order. In that order.
That's right.
So if you as the owner of a business have a plan for your business, then we're not talking about a fancy academia produced 75-page document. We're talking about something way, way, way more practical that we've developed through the years that really works. Starting with a vision and a profit plan and a marketing plan. These kinds of issues that
they're all very, very important things. So Jack's highlighting our 7 keys to success. I know you're starting to go down that, and if people check out our website, MaximumVP.com, there's a tab there called MVP Playbook. Under there, you'll see our 7 keys of success. That's the outline for the plan Jack's talking about here.
That's correct. And if you have that plan, and it's a very, very effective tool. When you hire somebody to come on and you say these people should know what to do, you're going to be able to direct them. That's the second component part.
So hold on. So the key is when we hear that phrase, right? If I bring them on, they should know what to do. That's code that. Well, I don't know what to do, so they must know what to do. If I hire that right person, they're going to know what to do.
That's
right. So all of a sudden, they have a plan, or all of a sudden, what's happening is now that key person is now directing you as the owner. Okay, that's not necessarily bad sometimes, but to expect that to happen and then get upset with that person for not being able to do it right is becomes very, very, very challenging. So
that's right. So when you have this plan, you're in the position now to really do a pretty good thing when you hire somebody, because even determining who you're going to hire, what kind of person you're going to hire, the plan itself is going to basically define that move. So you become prepared rather than perplexed.
Well, often what happens though too is, as opposed to just hiring somebody, often what happens is people get promoted. You have somebody internally, and I was just talking to one of our clients on the drive over here this morning, Jack. This is an employee that's been there for about 1.5 years and was recently promoted to a new position. And what's happened is, our client's frustrated because this person who's now in a management role isn't really quite doing some of the simple little things. Things like entering his time in a timely fashion. All right, some of these things that can be very, very annoying and seem inconsequential or seem very small, but it's always these little things that make a big difference in order to make sure that you're on the right page and in sync with somebody, especially when you have your key personnel.
That's right. You as a business owner should have an onboarding program for new hires, and you should have absolutely the right expectations, because you've gleaned it from your planning that this person is going to contribute whatever it is you're going to be directing him to do.